overlook my competition, never seeing that. I'm train my mind that I'm going win. Tell me how I walk. Damn, I can't even. Riley Freeman, what it do, Roman? Neighborhood, what it do, Kyle? Laughing at HoNo HUNNID, he hot. Everybody telling me cuz going live with my name in his mouth. Ooh, ooh. They say he been on live and Clubhouse. I don't even know how true that is. I don't know why cuz so mad at me. All I did was tell his big homie to check on cuz. Just think about it, cuz. Somebody hit me and said, they think HoNo HUNNID is in a Porsche under a bridge, vacant. It was all taped off. That's what they told me, right? So I'm like, damn, cuz say the only person he respect, he a loner, is baby Birdman, right? So I'm like, cuz. All I could think of, cuz like a big social media phone type guy. So I grabbed my phone, jumped on IG, and I just told Birdman, hey, I heard your boy might be leaking. You might want to check on cuz. And cuz got hot. That's all I want to know, Wacc, HoNo HUNNID. You steady saying subliminals and saying stuff, talking about a spider ain't never had no voice. But how come every time I raise my voice, you got something to say? This here what I want to know. Is the 60 still your backyard? You still got keys to cuz house? Oh yeah, man. Y'all wonder why I just be so elated at cuz buffoonery. The only reason cuz had the nerve to lie on me. Cuz put me at an incident that Doja was supposed to be at, 40 Glock was supposed to be at, Suge Knight was supposed to be there, Prodigy was there. Prodigy recounted the incident. He didn't put me there. I don't know nothing about this. Nothing about the incident, cuz. Cuz had this whole imaginary conversation with me, cuz. This is why I was on hiatus. I wasn't even fucking around. I didn't really know what the internet had turned into. YouTube didn't know how act. I didn't know, cuz. On my mama, I didn't know, cuz. Like 7 years, I didn't know. When I tap back in and see cuz was lying on me and what he had developed himself to be via the internet. Oh yeah, it was green light on the cuz a hoe. Just think, I had called myself coming out of hiatus and was communicating with cuz like we was cool and still had no idea what he had said, cuz. I actually saw him before I saw the video, cuz. Shortly after I saw cuz, I saw the video. He's so fortunate that that's a fact. Cause had I seen that video of him lying on me and then bumped into cuz the same night he said he never met neighborhood Nina from the 9 my local, would have been a whole nother outcome. Just like had the reality happened of him telling me what he claimed he told me in an imaginary meeting slash conversation, the outcome would have been way different. It just would have been all the way bad. That's just me on my mama. I don't know why he's so mad that I came across some information that indicated he might have fell victim to some harm. And all I did was, I don't know how to get in touch with nobody. I just said, Birdman, you better check on your little homie. You dig it, Lord? Why cuz always running his mouth. This is his relook. Whatever happened, he jumped on live in Clubhouse to talk about me. And from somebody sent me a little video on my DM, right? They like, they say, cuz shit was muted or something, but they heard him say, "You Spider, you trying to rap? You trying to do a podcast?" That's the only thing that they could quote to me, right? On the set, I'm like, oh my mama, cuz dead homies, daughters, loves and loved ones, cuz you ain't never, ever heard me say I got a podcast. Just like he went live and spoke on me, guess what I do? I'll be going live, speaking on whatever. Cuz call it a podcast. He hop around and run off to everybody else's podcast. I see him out there with Gilly the squid getting marked out. Nigga talking to him. Coochie talk to him like a hoe. Gilly talk to him like a hoe, cuz. I couldn't tell, cuz was all on him screaming, woofing. I'm like, cuz, these niggas is playing or serious. And how do you get to know a grown man that well to know that he playing? Like, where did they, what the Just different, cuz. Oh, my mama, cuz. I don't play. Oh, blah. I just don't do no bunch of playing. I play with my day HUNNOs, my kids, my cousins. I don't play with no grown ass man. I remember the first time 50 turned his face up like at me like he wasn't really feeling me, cuz we was on a flight going overseas, right? I knock out. I go to sleep, cuz. I had a backpack full of like rhymes and shit, notebooks and shit. I wake up and go in my backpack and I go in my backpack, it's on going in my shit, all my shit out my backpack. And I don't know who physically did it, but it's like everybody aware, like waiting, watching me wake up to see that they done filled my backpack with a whole bunch of like candies out the candy dish and mints and shit. So when I wake up and realize that everybody giggling and laughing, I guess they expected me to join in the giggling and laughing. 50 was the main one blushing and giggling. Like, I don't know if he was the leader of the joke, but I didn't find that shit funny, cuz. Oh, blah. I don't know where niggas, I don't know if that's just institutionalized or what. We just don't play with no, we don't play with grown men, cuz. Oh, my, I don't know where they do that at. Mr. Always talking about somebody taking a fade. He ain't took a fade with nobody. Cuz did that goofy shit to Stitches. Then he had this stage scenario with the two white boys. Oh, my mama, I know that was staged. That was the corniest incident ever. And then, the only other time we know about any activist, well, I seen him jump on a Paru nigga with a bunch of clips for having on the G, not sure. But other than that, all we know is him running out of the venue talking about, J-Rock just knocked me out, blood. I always want to talk about who a rat. I remember, cuz, I'm still waiting your whole ass to bring up that. Remember you told everybody you was going to go dig up the paperwork on my brother he told on a couple niggas from 60s? Where that paperwork at, a whole ass nigga? While you sitting down with Takuchi? Oh, blah. Why you don't talk about ever when Blueface allegedly got robbed out by Magic Mountain, like, was it in November of 19? Remember when he gave that statement and told on the alleged robbers? The ones that's on the run right now waiting for the statute of limitations to expire. Why you don't ever speak on that? Huh? With your crip paying ass. Oh, my mama. Your money ain't no good with Big U no more. He ain't taking your coins. You still paying Blueface? Buying Porsches? You've been paying the ECs since before I met you. I met you down there 20 years ago. The day I met you, you told me you was putting East Coasters through college and buying them braces. Why you don't ever talk about our little bitch? That 976 lot to the home girl. Yeah. Everybody you brag about. Is you still buying Crips braces and putting them through college though, putting them through nursing school and all that? I'm just curious. Oh, blah. Oh man, this shit hilarious to me, y'all. I was just minding my business. No good deed goes unpunished. Wacc, HoNo, HUNNID. I thought you was in a position where you might need some help. According to you recently, you just told us you're only homie, your real big homie was uh, Birdman. And so when I heard the devastating potential news, I'm like, I gotta let somebody know that care about Cuz. So I was just trying to tell Birdman that his boo, baby boo, I need to be checked out. You nigga lies. You didn't have to go live and respond to the voiceless. I'm the voiceless, remember? What you mean? I got trying to do a podcast. Where do you get that idea? You said that going live on your personal device. That's what I do. I just be going live, cuz. You ain't never heard me claim to have no podcast, but I appreciate the compliment on my mama. Oh God. I guess I'm more from the podcast world than you are from LA, like you trying to get everybody to believe. Yeah, y'all heard, I heard some audio today. Hey, Reggie Wright, a cold nigga. I wonder how I should feel being that tight with the police after all this time, and then now Reggie done turned on him, exposing him, cuz got him on the phone talking bad about Wacc, HoNo, HUNNID. And while Reggie trying to do it to expose Suge and make Suge look bad, don't nobody care, cuz it's all Wacc, HoNo, HUNNID hoe ass do is stay on the phone, whispering and recording and sneaking and trying to set niggas up. Look how goofy he is. He was on Big U Nuts so bad. Not only did he tell the world, oh, the 60s is my backyard. Oh, I got keys to his house. He also, uh, 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 yeah, what I was finna say, Carl? What we was talking about? Cuz said, damn, I drew it black. Hey, bro, I know you screaming around that fade to make it funnier, bro. Man, the fuck out of here, man. You know what? The internet can take some real, regular, everyday hood terms and make them corny. You know how fade used to be a word you hear in our everyday environment when we get out of it. Man, that shit sounds so corny, kid. The internet done took it. And anytime somebody type run the fade or fade, it's kind of like damn near like saying chatty patty, cuz. Oh God. Like, where do y'all get this concept of people on the internet supposedly angry with one another, willing to do all type of harm to each other, don't like you, we're ops enemies? But yet, there's some scenario in your brain where it makes sense that these type of individuals meet up and firmly have a bout. Like Bosco No HUNNID, go and slide up and down on another nigga nipples that you, type of nipples you love, and then hug. A nigga you been disrespecting it for years and been disrespecting you. That's what y'all think this is? Y'all think that a low, a reputable, is gonna go out his way to go set up what y'all call a fair fade with a sex offender, prosecution witness in a murder trial? What world is this? That niggas go from the stand to the streets and still stay sturdy? Stop. So never. Oh, my. He said, you squint no G, put them on. I ain't got them with me. All I got is the bullshit ones. I ain't finna wear these. These is real utility. I ain't got, these ain't even prescription. These like them little dollar hollers. But what y'all saying ain't that important to me for me to go out like that. Oh, my. It's really about what I'm saying to y'all. You dig it out? So, I squint. I hope it ain't bothering you that much. I mean, he called himself Wacc. He should have never been taken serious in the first place. I mean, only somebody as whack as him can make that be such a true statement, because we are discussing hip hop, right? And we do agree that the word whack, as it pertains to hip hop, describes everything wrong with it from its inception. So for him to be that much of everything that's wrong with hip hop, first of all, he's talentless, and then he uh, develops and promotes basically talentless personalities. Then the ones who have displayed some talent and success is all pre his name being attached to him. He got two of the softest people that you consider Pyru members. And somehow, one with the tape of the Fox Hill Mall. And Ray J, I don't know how he got the right to allow him to claim or participate as his manager at all. But it just goes to tell you a whole lot about Ray J. But Doja, we know that was the Fox Hill Mall's tape, legalized. Damn, I forgot what I was finna say a second ago. Damn, I hate that. Oh, this how hard he was on Big U Nuts, cuz first of all, he supposed to be a dominant, OG, legendary politician. He tried to get the world to convince that him and Big U was splitting the town in the middle. He was regulating for the red rags and Big U was regulating for the roots. He supposed to be so influential, but his politicking so boo-boo. He don't have the savviness, the wisdom, or the shrewdness to politic on his side of the car to make sure he keep it a Google with a nigga like Bone. He on Big U Nuts so hard. He go against the whole grain and expose a regular Damu conversation that Damu's, you know who you remind me of? The little chick that told on Donald Sterling, my. Just betrayed their intimacy and they bond. Cuz supposed to be a red rag. He got a super reputable red rag. Somebody who really embodies the reputation, demographic, journey, legacy that he wants to get respect for. Bone really represent that, being bridged into the industry and being from a reputable area and a reputable situation and transcending. That's what he want to be. But for some reason, he find himself trying to expose Bone. Though he was talking dark, whatever, he was talking how Damu's talk. He did the same thing that had Baby Black, rest in peace, mopping cuz up in the bathroom. Another Damu, talking how Damu's talk. Do you know around Crips how many times you hear the S word? I politic with a whole lot of red rags. Everybody know that. I'm quite selective with my words. I'm extremely careful. I never make the mistake of saying something offensive around my loved ones when they're in my presence. But however, if y'all think that the respectful conversation that you see us have with one another in public and when it's appropriate is the extent of the way we refer to one another, you done lost your mind. But it just shows you how goofy, how backwards, how what he claimed to be Wacc, HoNo, HUNNID is for being on Big U Nuts so hard that he felt comfortable recording Bone, just talking like ops talk. That's a red rag. Then crossed himself out. Then another nigga claiming Pyru, even though I believe he used to be a Crip. Another nigga claiming Pyru. He used to be from one Pyru hood, I think, and he turned some other shit. I forget Cuz' name, but Cuz ended up in the bathroom getting punched on by 4 niggas because of you. You was a Damu that exposed another Damu for calling Crips, for using the word crabs, but in a private conversation. And you wonder why niggas so comfortable discussing you loosely. You lied on me, and you stay with that little hoe whispery telephone, subliminal Remember, spiders ain't never had no voice. What are you responding to? What are you irritated by? What bothers you? I sure ain't talking sign language. If I didn't say it with my voice, what I say it with? Yeah, y'all just came on here like, you digging lies, cause a lot of y'all don't know. Let me catch you up to date. I had got like a 911 that stated Wacc, HoNo, HUNNID might be in trouble. And me trying to do my duty as a fellow human, I'm like, damn, I really don't f with nobody that because somebody said they think he was shot up under a bridge in the valley. It said it was yellow taped off. So, you know, today social media is one of the most powerful tools we got to get a message out. So I wanted to let some of his loved ones know, so I posted on my page. And I said, I don't know. It's not like I said I know for sure. I said it seems Wacc, HoNo, HUNNID got served in a porch. Whoop, wop, wop. I'm like, Birdman, check on your little homie, because y'all remember he just told everybody, cuz was his G homie. Remember? Oh, wow, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just like telling cuz, check on your little homie, Birdman. And then after that, everybody flooding me, talking about he on live talking about you right now. And they keep sending me a live video. When I get it, it say unavailable, but guess what? Cuz got me blocked. How squishy, soft, sweet, syrupy do you have to be to block a nigga on social media and then go talk about him bad? Can't make this stuff up, but please go look at my very, very first video I spoke on Wacc, HoNo, HUNNID. After I found out he had lied on me, y'all. Those that don't know, I said again, the reason why you hear me so comfortable loosely speaking down on cuz, although it's all facts, I don't never lie on cuz. The only reason you feel me comfortable being so derogatory, see me being so comfortable being so derogatory toward him, is because he lied on me. And because he lied on me, I feel extremely comfortable telling the truth on cuz. He a buster, he a mark, he's a pawn. And y'all heard me saying it a long, long time ago, but now you hear everybody else saying it. He attached some value. You'll hear, go to Reggie Wright shit. He got Suge on there talking to another G nigga from Pyro from Compton, and they both talking about Wacc, like, you know, the reason why he really got the juice is because he had motherfuckers thinking he was from Biddy. That's what Suge, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was from Compton. And like, it was a misimpression that had ran off somewhere based on his association with Suge. And Suge was basically kind of like, in the spirit of saying, he kind of like let it go. Like, you know, he knew the people had the misconception that he was really one of us. And I just didn't hate. Same thing with 40 Glock. Everywhere I went after one point, because he was managed by Mob Deep manager, Perfect Storm Management. And he used to be a hang around guy and be everywhere. Everywhere we went, people would assume he was G Unit. Cuz never had no deal. He wasn't G Unit, but I never made it my business to clarify that. When people brought it up, I let cuz just ride the way. I'm the type of individual though, on my mama, motherfucker got the misconception I'm something I ain't. I'ma correct it myself. I'm not finna just ride. You dig it, lies? Oh, my mama, you can't really hear it? All right, I don't really care. Oh, my mama, you taking this too personal. If you think I care about you not hearing, I can see it was a multitude of comments claiming not being capable of comprehending what I'm expressing. However, out of the few people that's in here, if you are the only individual expressing such difficulties, I tend to think it's none of my business and it's all about you. My mama, anybody that Birdman touch suspect on, yeah, cuz play this up, cuz went from knowing everybody, being everybody's friend, being down with everybody, cool with everybody, to hollering out when they asked him, did he lose anything by messing with the coochie? Cuz response was, well, you know I'm a loner. Since when, nigga? All we ever know about you is you keep 1,000 names in your mouth that you cool and down with that everybody else you assume they respect. It's your whole claim to fame. Says, when you been a loner? That's the first time that ever came out your mouth. And I don't know for sure, but I'm gonna tell you, just watching him say it, this how discombobulated he was and caught off guard and didn't know what to say. He chose to say a word like loner. As much as he has spoken about himself on camera over the last so many years, I'm challenging y'all, go find him saying he's a loner ever before. I guarantee you, anytime he has the opportunity to describe himself or express whether or not he's cool or down with some people that he thinks you respect, I bet you he does the exact opposite every single time. Never a loner. He felt like a loner because once he jumped over there and gave the Rainbow Boy a boner, all the people he thought was his partners was a goner. That's when you realize you was a pawn. Oh, mama. The people that were reputable that stood next to him only stood next to him as long as it didn't totally crucify their character. They was giving you all the room you can, but eventually upon it's gonna go. So check me out. Now that you forced every real nigga that was trying to lend their shine your way to reciprocate some type of benefit from being affiliated with you, don't give a f no more. Now we know Wacc, HoNo, HUNNID. We know he spends hours and hours and hours on the phone, sweet talking and apologizing and explaining and assuming, hoping, wishing, begging grown men to get over the differences that he has caused with his messy behavior. So we don't know what he might be meaning or what he might be patching up. Because even then, you see him surface with anybody that you think you respect that shouldn't be with him. Just think, he ain't Takuchi, but if he can justify being in the room with Takuchi, working on business deals and promoting his career, then he leaves us room for anybody can justify fucking with him. He ain't quite Takuchi, even though he do harbor rats. He be so vocal about everybody else's politics, but he don't never say nothing about Blueface getting robbed and telling. And the people that he got on the run, that's been on the run since, it's been like 2 years now. They got 5 more to go, according to the statute of limitations. He don't never talk about that, man. Come make all kind of false promises, claims, and guarantees. He said my brother told him, 2 niggas from 60s, a couple niggas from 60s, he was gonna pull up the paperwork. Been waiting on it. Dead locs. On my mama. On God, I guarantee you this too. Guarantee if you go through all your Wacc, HoNo, HUNNID footage, I guarantee you he say 60s 60 more times than he ever say Pacoima. He might say Paru more than he say 60s. I guarantee you, and I'm just guessing, but I guarantee upon my guess, cuz say 60s more than he say Pacoima. EC Crip. Been looking on that Cash App earlier, Shanique, was so glad to have you back in my financial affairs. It feels so familiar. Oh, my mama. I wouldn't overstand anything or anybody Wacc feel he got some kind of relation to it. Somebody say, Roland, cuz you know how goofy he gotta feel, cuz. And, you know, I'm just trying to show you some support, HoNo, HUNNID. You've been paying Crippin for 20-something years. Putting Crips through school, buying them braces, buying them Porsches. Who knows what else you can buy. I wasn't wishing no bad on you, cuz. Although I really don't give a fuck. I was just really trying to let your big homie know you might need some help, cuz. Oh, my mama. You said y'all got a whole bunch of respect for each other. Even after he used to just wet Lil Wayne lips up on camera like that. Oh, my mama. Too close to home, too. Yeah, cuz thought it was cool to go sit down next to a federal agent. He's so familiar with all the ins and outs of the game, the streets, the system. But he's such a politic and power rule, active to some extent to where he supposedly matter out here in the greater Los Angeles area, where he feels comfortable going to sit down and politic and sit and enjoying himself next to somebody he knows for a fact under the Fed's microscope. Mm-mm-mm. He said, Whack the new can't get right. Look, it's the type of Damu red rag homies he got. Birdman and Cardi C. That's the extent of his Damu core now. And the only reason I can assume that he may be able to maintain some type of male uh, romance with Birdman is because Birdman molested Lil Wayne all them years, and still to this day, he tried to justify it when he's asked about it. He just recently was on an interview, got asked about it, and he tried to talk about like he did that to him because he never knew if he was gonna come home when they left the house. My thing is this: to test that theory and its validity, these niggas tour buses be getting shot up in current time. So it seems it might be true that you still don't know if you're gonna make it home. Lil Wayne shot himself. Didn't know if he would survive that. If it went for Trump, he perhaps would be in prison. That stopped you from getting home. So that fact still remains. So why did you stop kissing each other on the mouth in public in front of everybody? And then, if that theory holds true, and that's the reason why you did it, and you such a solid motherfucker, ain't never changed, you the same nigga. And if it's cool, I just want to know, do Lil Wayne kiss his sons on the mouth, if he has any? And do you have any birth sons? Do you kiss them on the mouth? Are you kissing any man on the mouth? Is there any man alive, anyone left that you would rather get a kiss in before you leave their presence, just in case? This might be the, let you never see me again, like Alicia Keys say, oh, wow. Hold me like this shit last time. Hold me like you never see me again. Yeah. That should be big though. Can you imagine? Hey, somebody, y'all that be making them little funny videos, need to get that clip of Birdman saying, I kiss him on his mouth. I never, and look, they took this shit up to manhood. I'm talking about Lil Wayne was a man. I want to laugh at Lil Wayne really, because that's petty, like, that's like Epstein, that's like pedophilia, like, oh, my mama, he shouldn't have been doing Young Wayne like that. If it's so cool, it'll be a whole lot more of it going around, bro. Oh, my mama. That bullshit story he gave did not hold no way. If that was a justifiable excuse, just look at the other examples we have of this type of activity. Will Smith, like I say, there's multitudes of content available on the internet of him forcibly kissing his son on the mouth. And he definitely grew up to be sexually expressive in a manner that is far different from the young boy we saw naturally fighting his father off, not wanting to get kissed. There was a natural, normal, usual, traditional, masculine, heterosexual reaction that his son possessed initially every time his father tried to smooch him on the face or on the mouth. Then over the years, let society tell you, That had nothing to do with it. Even though naturally he was groomed, raised by this man. So when we weren't around, he was with this man. So this is his primary influence. Now all of a sudden, he does developed on his own, even though his father thinks it's cool, on his own. Nobody had to tell him, hey, you kissing me, it ain't cool, stop, stop, stop. Bro, it's a whole lot of clips, not one, two, or three. You could watch him grow up on TV with his daddy using his masculinity and his fatherhood to overpower his son that's resistant and plant kisses on his mouth over and over again, even on the Ellen DeGeneres show. And that is real ironic. But people want you to believe that the natural resistance his son showed is not nature, and the fact that now he's expressed himself to be accepting of all type of other type of sexuality, that's his natural state. And have you believe there's no reason for McDonald's that sells more burgers than anybody to spend millions and billions on advertisement of the year, every year, other than it works to put your ideas and images in front of the public, to impress it upon their brains. It works to influence them. But they want us to believe, bombarding us with all that shit. Has nothing to do with influencing the next generation. People all make up in their own minds. Matter of fact, not even in their minds. What we believe genetics to be all these years, genitalia dictates your gender. Now they're telling you, genitalia does not dictate your gender. And Wacc, HoNo, HUNNID, he's dealing with this issue very up close and personal too. So just think about, as much as he run his mouth and he's supposed to be proud about everything he represents, he got a son that's a young man. Why you think he don't never ever mention cuz? I just said, he don't promote cuz. You got all this public access, and your son ain't got nothing you want to help him do in the public. Come on, Dwayne, Max Johnson, Wade. Come on, keep it a Google. Yeah, you gotta love your peoples, cuz that's your seed, bro. I understand. Just think if you down with Birdman. Birdman and Wayne, they was the very first male hip hop couple. Showing PDA on camera, boldly. And I'm not just saying that to be facetious or sarcastic or paint a scenario in another way than it was, because I'm gonna end on this and I'm gonna get up out of here. Birdman say, okay, oh, it was some fatherly shit. That might, just because we breaking our neck to give them the benefit of the doubt, and we don't want to believe they really that goofy and it's all that, whatever. You don't want to believe it because they stopped. So it must not be, even though Young Thug and all them used to call Birdman, Boo Bay, and Hubby and all that. Before all that, just remember, Cub was on AJ and Free. It's that 106 in Park. And as he started, the interview was going on, Free, the female, asked Cuz about how many carrots he had in his mouth. I think it was like 50 carrots on his response. And Free a baddie, like she a female, right? She like, oh, Birdman, so what is it like when the females kiss you with all them carrots? She wanted to know how the females reacted to kissing a man with that many diamonds in their mouth. Guess what happened immediately, cuz? Before Birdman can offer up an answer, a response, Tunchi, Weezy effing Baby, / Birdman, aka Birdman, hopped up from the other side of the stage and said, I'm the only one he kissed. She asked him, how do the women feel about kissing that mouth, Birdman? Cuz said, I'm the only one he kissed, and walked across the stage and demonstrated how he get that mouth when he want it in front of everybody. On my mama, and they calling that fatherhood. We gonna keep it a Google. Love y'all, my mama.